Yeah. No, no, no. Yeah. Breaking news from the Lego Middle East Bureau tonight. We're breaking down the policy, examining every side. Donald Trump had a strategy called it maximum pressure. Let me walk you through the doctrine, every document and measure. This is geopolitical analysis in plastic brick form. How one administration changed the regional norm. Multiple perspectives, facts laid on the table. Lego minifigs, recreating events while we're able. May 8th, 2018, Trump pulled from the nuclear deal. Called the JCPOA the worst agreement ever sealed. Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action got the axe. Said the sunset clauses meant Tehran could just relax and eventually build weapons when restrictions expired. Said the oversight mechanisms weren't what he desired. European allies disagreed, said monitoring was working. IAEA reports show compliance, that's not shirking. Trump wanted a new deal, broader terms on the table. Ballistic missiles, regional proxies on the label. Not just nuclear centrifuge spinning in the TANs. Wanted everything covered in the compliance dance. Iran refused renegotiation of existing terms. Supreme Leader Khamenei said the deal must stay firm. This is where the strategy truly began to form. Maximum pressure campaign became the norm. Maximum pressure, that's the policy name. Sanctions on the oil, sanctions on the banks. Economic strain, isolate the regime, cut off all the cash, force them to the table to watch the system crash. Maximum pressure, squeeze until they bend. No negotiations till the hostile actions end. That's the Trump approach in Lego brick detail. Now let's see how the strategy played out in this trend. Treasury Department working overtime on sanction lists. Every sector targeted, tightening both fists. The oil exports were the primary revenue stream. Trump ended waivers, made the restrictions extreme. Secondary sanctions meant if countries bought the crude, they face American penalties. Economic feud, Iran's currency collapsed, the rial lost 70%. Inflation hit the population, economic discontent. Banking sanctions meant transactions couldn't clear, so system access for major banks disappeared. Humanitarian goods were technically exempt by law, but the banking blocks made medicine purchases harder to draw. The strategy assumed that economic pain would force Iranian leadership to alter course, either negotiate a broader deal with stronger terms or face internal pressure as the economy squirms. June 2019, U.S. drone shot down in the Strait. Iran said it violated airspace. U.S. caught it in international space. Trump approved retaliatory strikes and pulled them back. Chose economic pressure over military attack. September 14th, Saudi oil facilities hit by drones. U.S. and Saudi said Iran conducted the strikes from zones. Tehran strongly denied involvement in the attack. Houthi allies in Yemen claim they launched it back. Tensions rising higher, carrier strike groups deployed. Both sides playing chicken in the geopolitical void. In January 3rd, 2020, Soleimani's convoy hit some. Soleimani killed Baghdad airport, that was it. Targeted killing justified as imminent threat prevention. Iran promised retaliation, regional tension, missile strikes on Al-Assad base. Injuries confirmed, both sides de-escalated before the conflict transformed. Abraham Accords shifted Middle Eastern ground. UAE and Bahrain normalized with Israel. Peace treaty signed, Sudan and Morocco followed in the normalization line. Supporters said it stabilized, reduced the threat design. Critics argued it isolated Palestinians and Iran, deepened regional divisions in the larger plan. Saudi Arabia stayed unofficial but tacitly aligned. These diplomatic moves were part of the pressure combined. The theory was Iran would see coalitions form in regional isolation, cluster economic storming, with forcing to accept new terms and come around. But when Biden took office, no new deal happened. Iran responded by reducing JCPOA compliance, enriched uranium to 60% in defiance. Advanced centrifuge development accelerated fast. Nuclear program expanded compared to the past. Economic damage hit the population hard. GDP contracted, sanctions left them scarred. But the regime maintained power, didn't collapse. No new negotiations despite the economic lapse. So that's the strategy. 700 words precise. No, maximum pressure, sanctions, military, diplomatic splice. Supporters say it weakened our brand's regional reach. Critics say it brought nuclear breakout within reach. This has been your Lego News strategic briefing. Trump's Iran approach, historical debriefing. And your caching a parody for commentary and discussion. Not complete official history, just Lego reconstruction.